Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with you to talk about an important topic. Research with resiliency connected to data connected to the UN Sustainability Development Goals. Now, one goal of the Spatial Reserves data blog and the public domain data book is to raise awareness and action to develop data sets, data standards, and data portals so that decisions will be increasingly made with geospatial information. One of the chief challenges to this is the persistent lack of geospatial information. It isn't just as us, as the geospatial practitioners, talking with each other about this. As far back as 1992, folks, Goodchild, Haining, and others were pointing out, hey, this very thing in their article in the International Journal of GIS. So it goes way back. More recently, research studies have appeared that tie spatial data to much broader resiliency and development initiatives. Specifically, that the lack of data is hindering some much broader planet-wide goals. A white paper entitled Transforming Our World, Geospatial Information, Key to Achieving the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, ties the need for geospatial data to meeting the UN Sustainable Development Goals. In yet another example, both of the following studies indicate that the lack of data is one of the biggest obstacles to the progress toward the UN Development Goals. Now, United Nations Independent Expert Advisory Group, UN 2014, A World That Counts, Mobilizing the Data Revolution for Sustainable Development Goals, a report to the UN. This is a key document that I think you should look at. It's from the UN. Also another document, Stewart, Salmon, Avis, Berliner, 2015, The Data Revolution, Finding the Missing Millions, ODI Research. I highly encourage you to read that as well. Another document that I encourage you to read is the following study. It states that advances in research on resilience and vulnerability are hampered by access to reliable data. Ooh, reliable data, so important in geospatial. There's also an article by Barrett and Haiti, 2014, Measuring Resilience in a Risky World, Why, Where, How, and Who, 2020 conference brief. And that was from a conference in Ethiopia, reported on by Washington, D.C. There's also a biological and conservation community document. This community has been particularly active in this area, pointing out the unequal distribution of biodiversity data across the globe by region over time, and also in the coverage of certain taxa and ecosystems, such as in the following articles. Let's talk about a few of those. Amano, Sutherland et al., 2013, 4 Barriers to the Global Understanding of Biodiversity Conservation, Wealth, Language, Geographical Location, and Security, Proceedings of the Royal Society, Bulletin 280. That's a good one to look at. Also, Gaiji, Chavan, Arino, and Otui, Auburn, Sood, Robles, 2013, Content Assessment of the Primary Biodiversity Data published through the GBIF Network, Status, Challenges, and Potentials, Biodiversity Informatics, that journal. That's a good one to read. Also, take a look at Osawa, Jinbo, Iwasaki, and others, 2014, Current Status and Future Perspective on Open Data in Biodiversity. So these are all good things to read and skim for your own knowledge working forward in this area. If you have others to add to this list that I've described, please comment to this video and share. Thanks.